Liverpool 1, Manchester City 2. An incredible roller coaster of a second half concluded with an incredible VAR moment of madness. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to centre around the instant match reaction to Liverpool's 2-1 defeat to Manchester City this evening at Anfield. Liverpool took the lead through an incredible Dominic Szoboszlai free kick. But in the dying embers of the game, Manchester City fought back from the dead to keep their title hopes alive. Bernardo Silva equalising before Erling Haaland stuck away a penalty that was given after Alisson Becker had made a foul on Matheus Nunes. That doesn't exactly say the entirety of the situation and story, though, as far as what the game is concerned. But as I mentioned before, the game had a absolutely crazy ending in which the likes of which I probably have never seen ever happen before. Manchester City thought they had made it 3-1 right at the end. Ryan Shirky scoring from near enough the halfway line, with Alisson Becker up the pitch trying to go in search of an equaliser for Arne Slot's men. But a foul between Erling Haaland initially and Dominic Szoboszlai meant that it wasn't to be a third goal. But instead, what concluded was a free kick to Manchester City from the resulting argument and a red card to Szoboszlai, turning from hero to zero pretty damn quickly. We're going to be going through the game. We're going to be talking about the performance, the result, and everything else that goes along with Liverpool's defeat this evening. But before we go any further discussing all of that and much more, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. And of course, I encourage each and every single one of you to get involved in the comment section down below. Use and abuse that section, people. Talk to me on the performance, the result, and everything else that goes along with Liverpool Football Club this evening. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. I'm sure what you have to say will make for great and interesting reading, so please do get involved. Right, now that that's out of the way and done with, let's get on with the video. Let's talk the instant match reaction. Look, I'm gutted. I would say I'm absolutely gutted. I thought the first half was pretty slow. I thought the first half was more in City's favour than in ours. But then in the second half, I thought this was much better from us. Played some nice football at times. Played some really good stuff. Had some good opportunities, some good moments. Ekitike firing wide and heading wide, of course. A couple of good moments elsewhere from other players. I know McAllister in the dying embers of the game forced a very good save from Gigi Donnarumma. There were some good moments for Liverpool in that second half. I thought we warranted at least something from the game, but ultimately it wasn't to be because, like a common thread this season, Liverpool are our own worst enemies. Liverpool shoot themselves in the foot time and time again. Individual errors, individual mistakes. Our first substitution not coming until the 85th minute, just after they had scored the equaliser. Things like that. The game management side of things really did irritate me today. In what should have been a game in which was completely fine. It was completely fine for about 83, 84 minutes. And then, well, first half wasn't great, but it was fine enough in terms of, I don't really remember City having too many clear-cut opportunities. And then, obviously, Liverpool progressed in the second half. City look like they're going to wilter away again, as they have done in the past few games. City have not exactly been known for their second half performances in recent games. They've actually been known for all the bad things that have happened in their second half performances in recent games. They've obviously lost a 2-goal lead to Tottenham. They've struggled in second halves. They've not really been quite that convincing and ruthless as we know of Manchester City in the past. But in this one, it obviously didn't work out that way. It did not work out that way. Like I say, Szoboszlai scores a phenomenal free kick. It is a phenomenal free kick. As only Szoboszlai does. It's really, really become now a trademark of Dominic Szoboszlai that every time Liverpool get a ball from a dead ball situation, especially in that sort of range that he managed to find the back of the net with. It's Dominic Szoboszlai territory. And I thought, up until the final 5 to 10 minutes, I thought he was absolutely outstanding, which is crazy considering he got sent off. I thought he was very, very good, and it's just a shame, man. It's just a shame that we're just sat here kicking ourselves right now. Such a shame that it's again another missed opportunity, as have a lot of times this season, both on and off the pitch. We see missed opportunities. Another missed opportunity. Mark Gahey. Who'd have thought it? He was absolutely outstanding for City today. He was absolutely outstanding for Manchester City today. But no, again, we didn't want him. Didn't see him as a marketable opportunity. Why would we take him? He was absolutely brilliant today, Mark Gahey. But yeah, story of missed opportunities, individual errors, mistakes right the way from back to front. Alisson Becker with a big mistake to obviously allow the City penalty to take place. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's another irritating moment in a long list of irritating moments for Liverpool this season. It really, really is. And it really, really is frustrating. Because again, it was fine for about 83, 84 minutes. And then City score. We sit back after scoring ourselves. We invite the pressure on. And the one real time they managed to get in behind us, just a flick on from Erling Haaland. A flick on from Haaland, and Silva's ran in. And he's ghosted in, and he's managed to put the ball beyond Alisson Becker. And again, the second time they get in behind us, it's a needless challenge from Alisson. Doesn't need to rush out like that in the way that he has done. But he's done it. And he commits the foul. And it's a Stonewall penalty. There's no doubt about it. No controversy about it whatsoever. It's a Stonewall penalty. City go 2-1 up. Haaland makes no mistake from the penalty spot. And there it's a couple of sucker punches for Liverpool. It really, really is. Like I say, it wasn't perfect. I'm not saying it was perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it was a lot better than what I was imagining going into the game. Like I said, the first half, it wasn't great. We lacked a bit of control. The midfield was not even there. It wasn't offering any protection or control whatsoever, whether it was on the ball or off the ball. It was very, very poor. But as the game wore on, a lot of players started to work their way into the game a bit more. I thought McAllister was another one of those players that worked into the game as the game wore on. But too many poor performances again. I thought Ekitike, I think his output in front of goal was obviously very poor. He should have done better with the header that he got from Salah's from Salah's ball in. His clever little outside the left foot. I thought he should have done better with a couple of the opportunities that he had in this game. I thought Gravenberch was poor today. I thought every time he got on the ball, it just looked like he couldn't get the ball out of his feet. It looked like he kept on getting the ball trapped underneath him, couldn't shift the ball on. He just didn't look the same Ryan Gravenberch as what we know he can be. Salah was dreadful. Salah was absolutely dreadful today. Gakpo was again abysmal. There were once or twice Gakpo actually did something all right. Once or twice, there was a nice little pass, nice little bit of movement or whatever it was from Gakpo once or twice today. But the majority of the time, it was pretty poor from him. Every single time he gets the ball, it's like City want him, or any opposition want him to get the ball. Because Liverpool go from looking threatening and looking sharp and looking fast to then him getting on the ball and then him slowing the ball down, slowing the pace down. It's not direct enough. Just poor from Gakpo today. As it was from Salah, as it was from Gravenberch, as it was from Ekitike. It's a very, very strange performance in which I felt we deserved more, but it wasn't like anybody was outstanding. I don't think many players from City are outstanding. Like I say, Donnarumma pulled off a few very, very good saves. Bernardo Silva was brilliant in midfield. Guéhi was outstanding defensively. Other than that, there wasn't really many outstanding performances from City. But they took their moments when it mattered most. They kept themselves in the game when it mattered most. And that's all you have to do at this level. That's all you have to do at this level. And that shows you the difference between us and them right now. The difference between us and them, their goalkeeper today was the difference. Their centre-back in Mark Guéhi, who we should have signed, was the difference. And the midfield, like I say, Bernardo Silva was very, very good today. He was very, very good today. Yeah, just simply put, frustrating. Just so annoying, so frustrating. And it makes it even worse because Szoboszlai is now out for 3 games. Szoboszlai got a direct red card towards the end of the game. We'll address the controversy in a second. But it just adds even more woe that arguably our first or second best player, depending on which way you look at it, first or second best player this season, he's definitely top 2, is now going to be missing for three very important games. 3 very important games. It's appalling. It's abysmal. We are now joint level on points with Brentford. We are 4 points away from Manchester United and Chelsea in the top 5 spots. We are 2 points clear of Everton. We are 450 odd million deep from being Premier League defending champions. And we are in serious danger of not making the top 5 for Champions League football this season. I said after Manchester United, Slot should have been sacked. He definitely should have gone after Nottingham Forest. He definitely should have gone after PSV. But the underwhelming, unbeaten run got everybody back on... Well, not everybody, but a lot of people back on side. And granted, the football has actually improved these past few weeks. Not that it could have got any worse, mind you. The bar wasn't exactly set high. But we are in serious danger of not making Champions League football, which as a club the size of Liverpool, the stature of Liverpool, and what we've done this past year is completely and truly unacceptable. Unacceptable. I would have rather have rolled the dice on getting a new manager than stick with this one. And granted, it's not all about him today. It's not all about him. I think his game management was a bit weird to tell everyone to sit back when City were there for the taking. I think his first sub coming in the 85th minute was very, very strange. But overall, it's not all on him. But the reason we are in this situation to begin with is because of him. He is the root cause. Those are the problems that we are facing right now at Liverpool. And I'm not changing my tune on that, by the way. That's not going back and forth. That's not flip-flopping. That's nothing. This is what I've said all this time. It's what I've said all this time. It's what I've been saying. And even when we have had the good moments, the positive moments, I've enjoyed them for what they are. But I've said I need to see consistency. I need to see us build. And we didn't get that today. We didn't get that. Instead, we got mistakes from individuals. We got mistakes from the head coach. It was shocking. And finally, to wrap up, look, the controversy surrounding the VAR moment. If obviously Szoboszlai doesn't make the initial challenge, it's no goal and it's a free kick to Liverpool. And I don't think anybody can complain about that because Haaland definitely does make a mistake. Well, he does make a foul. It's more of a foul from Haaland than it is on Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai's challenge is somewhat weak, but it is still a foul from Szoboszlai. So I guess by the letter of the law, it is somewhat the right decision. Because Szoboszlai is definitely getting to that ball. I've got no doubt about it in my mind. Szoboszlai is 100% getting to that ball if Haaland doesn't make the challenge. However, you could argue that because it's somewhat 50-50, because obviously it's kind of Haaland makes a challenge on Szoboszlai, then Szoboszlai makes a challenge on Haaland, then Haaland makes a challenge on Szoboszlai. You could maybe make the argument that because both of them are at it, you could just say, let the goal stand, and also Szoboszlai then doesn't get a red card. Case in point, by the way, he should get the red card if the goal goes in, simply for the reason that the goal is allowed to stand, and plus, as we know, people can make challenges all the time, and as long as the ball goes in the back of the net, they get away with it. You could literally break someone's leg. Oh yeah, that happened to Isak, didn't it? You can break someone's leg, and no challenge as long as the ball goes into the back of the net. So I don't know. It's one of them where it's like common sense would probably suggest that maybe the red card shouldn't have happened. The goal should have been allowed to therefore stand. But by letter of the law, I can understand why it was given in the way that it has done. I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like it. I think this is like the first of its kind, especially in England anyway. To my recollection, just off the top of my head. But yeah, it was a crazy end to the game. And then there's also the argument of, well, if you allow the goal to stand and you don't send Szoboszlai off, what if Szoboszlai goes on to have great influence in the next 3 games that he's allowed to therefore play, which otherwise he wouldn't have been if he was sent off? So, yeah, I guess a lot of people are going to be annoyed at that, but I think by letter of the law and obviously by maybe looking at the bigger picture in terms of Szoboszlai sending off and the games that he's now going to be suspended for, I would probably say that it may have been, by going by the rule book, probably the right call to make. Obviously, it won't affect City too much because the ending of the game was big for them anyway with a win. It would have been even more controversial, of course, had this have been 1-1, or had this obviously had been a scoreline that wasn't originally favouring Manchester City. So if City were already in a drawing or losing position, then it would have been interesting to obviously see more of the reaction. But yeah, because City were already winning and did go on to win the game, it's not that big of a deal. But we still obviously should address it because we can't just ignore it. But I don't know, I'm sort of torn 50-50 on that one. I think on some level, maybe common sense could have prevailed. You could have just let the goal happen. Szoboszlai doesn't get a red card. But then again, is that keeping with the integrity of the game? Especially looking at the bigger picture. Szoboszlai is now going to be unavailable for the next 3 games. Whereas if the goal was allowed to stand, he would be available for those next 3 games. And maybe he would have scored a couple more bangers from about 40-50 yards out. And obviously gone on to maybe help Liverpool win those games. I don't know. But yeah, crazy topsy-turvy game. So frustrating for Liverpool. So frustrating. Again, top 5 is in serious danger in my opinion. And I did feel like we deserved something from the game. It was crazy. But again, individual errors cost us. Individual mistakes made by everybody in the game cost us big time, and Liverpool go home empty-handed. But it's a massive 3 points for Manchester City. It obviously matches Arsenal's result earlier on this weekend. That will be a big confidence boost for them. Like I said, they don't really win at Anfield. Anfield is not really a nice place for City to go. Their record there absolutely stinks, in all honesty. So That would be a massive confidence boost for City. That would be a big mental block for them. And it would be proof that they can go on and maybe make more of a fight of this than what a lot of people were suggesting earlier on in the week. Whether or not they maintain that or not remains to be seen, of course. Their consistency is still questionable, especially in my personal opinion. But like I say, it's going to be a big few weeks ahead in terms of the title race and, of course, the race for Champions League qualification. But Liverpool are in serious trouble. Anyway, those are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys are thinking and feeling, though. Let me know in the comments section your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it about this game, the performance, the result, and everything else that in between. Let me know, because I'm sure it has some great interest in reading. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another instant match reaction. Hopefully, better days are coming. Hopefully. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your night. Speak to you all again very soon.